And then when we get started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable everybody's videos just so we don't have an issue lagging or anything like that. So if I
That'd be a good
disable
idea.
you, sorry. You ready,
Yeah.
Bill?
Let's do it.
Okay. So let's get the screen sharing first. So good morning, everybody. So like we talked about, and like Mike talked about yesterday, marketing is key. And understanding the tools that are available and understanding your options out there with some of the free tools. Ever since I've been doing the training on the MyC21 sites and talking about them, I've had more agents reach out, and some of them especially on creating landing pages, because what they want to do is they want to be able to send an ad out, put it on social media, and then have a landing page where somebody would fill out the first name, last name, email address, and have that database or that contact information go straight to them. So we're going to cover some of those things. But one of the things that Larry had brought up in one of his trainings, on the Century 21 website, there is an option for us to go in and for you guys to go in Business Builder. And if you're in the Visalia office, to add a code into your Business Builder account, and I'm going to go to there right now. Once you log into 21 Online to Business Builder, and just go into Business Builder, what it will allow you to do, because I know a lot of times us as agents, or you guys as agents, sometimes are doing marketing for somebody else's listing. So it could be Clorinda that wants to put flyers in a listing that Aaron says, hey, put your stuff in there. I'm really super busy. If you can get the buyer, no problem. But what happens is if Clorinda or anybody else is going into Business Builder, they literally would have to manually add all the data for that listing, because it only shows, they can only pull information for their own listing. So when you're on Business Builder, if we go to account, to my account settings, and my recording this, give me 1 second here. Got it. If we, first you want to make sure that all the information that you have in your settings account is correct. Your displayed name, whatever title you have, if it's Realtor with your real estate license number, your phone number, you want to make sure that your marketing email is correct, whatever website that you are using for your marketing website. So currently Aaron's been setting up a C21 site. He may decide to put that website in here because of the national IDX feed for his clients to search for anywhere in the country and still be tied to him on the lead contact form. Then you want to add any social media accounts that you have. So you want to make sure everything in here is correct. The part that I was talking about is where it says MLS setup. This section right here, an office ID, and when you guys, I will email it out to you, the codes, but basically if I put in 302025, which is our office ID, our company ID, _ 001, basically I'm telling the system, allow me to pull up the listings for the Visalia office for any of our agents that have listings. This way I can create a flyer with Aaron's listing, I can create it with Clorinda's listing. It'll have my contact information, but it will pull the listing data information over instead of the agents having to manually add the contact data, the address, the phone number, the pictures manually. And then if you put a 003, because Porterville was the third office, since we don't have Tulare at 0002, you could actually at least only add 2 offices. So somebody can decide to add 0001. And if they do most of their business in Hanford, it'd be 0005. like I said, I will send that email out. It's just based on the office ID. So if you did that, I could pull up a listing of a Hanford agent and create the flyer. So basically how that would work is if I went into Marketing Center and I'm looking at creating a postcard or a flyer, let's go here. And I also want to see flyers. Let's say, that one. If I went in here, if I knew I can start, it'll start once I start typing, pull up any of the listings that the company has in Visalia. So I can find a listing for better because, or if it's the one on East Monteverde, one of my agents that says, hey, Bob, put your flyers or put your postcards or go ahead and do an open house. You're like, perfect. You know what? I can create this postcard or the flyer, personalize it, and I don't have to go through this legwork of putting the property ID, the information, the address, the price, and finding the pictures, which actually will save you guys a lot of time. And another thing is when you hit the photo section, of course, it says replace, crop, or trash. When you go to replace it and you hit the far right-hand corner, it says my image, stock, or MLS images. It'll show the rest of the images during the MLS. And then you can decide which image you want to use as your front image or you don't want to use as your front image, or whichever one you want to do, and switch it around. And then of course, every single time when you're looking at this particular flyer, everything's there. The description's there, the bedrooms, bathrooms, automatically done for you. The same thing if you was to go to, let's go back to Marketing Center, go to print, postcards, because maybe somebody wants to send a postcard on just sold, or let's say just listed. I could still choose any one of these or more by typing in the address, and I can personalize that postcard. There it is. The cool thing is the back end still has my information. So what it's going to do is it's going to cut down on a lot of time for you agents that are working with another agent or helping doing an open house for an agent or help marketing that particular property. It'll make your life a lot easier because you don't have to key in that data. So like I said, I'll send you that information. And if you want, shoot me an email and I'll just send you an email personally back on where to go and what are the specific codes. You can only add 2 office IDs. So if somebody wants to work primarily and be able to is also networking with a Bakersfield agent, then guess what? You would put the Bakersfield ID and the Visalia ID. Okay, so that is for that. It's actually really, really super cool. So great. One of the other things that most people are not utilizing in Business Builder is the ability to go to this section right here. Under Design Library, you got email and video marketing. So basically what that does is if I click video and email marketing, it shows me a whole bunch of templates. What I want to select is blank customizable. Okay, the reason why is because it's a blank one. So now it drops 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 blank templates for you to drop in a video. It actually doesn't drop the actual video. It'll put a video template, and I'll show you exactly what that is. So this one is video blank, video home tour, lead follow-up. Let's say video home tour. You click on it, you personalize it. It says, logo's up on top, perfect. Hey, check out this home tour, take a virtual tour of this new listing, boom. This video right here, when you click that box, it is asking you on the far right-hand side the URL of that video. So it's saying, hey, you want to do that video, but where is it? So if you had a listing already done, you know that Century 21 creates its own video for you. Business Builder, promote, market a listing. So I'm just going to find any video. So when you have a listing, of course, you get your own unique property site and you get videos that Century 21 creates. I'm just going to randomly see if I'm here. View unique property site and video. Let's see if it'll show up. No unique site for some reason. Probably doesn't have enough pictures. Let's try this one. Sometimes when it doesn't have it, the videos and stuff, it's because somebody probably put one picture. Unique property site. Boom, boom, boom. There's the website. I go back, and I need to see if there's a video in here. So give me 1 second. Video manager. Couldn't reload it. Nope, that one doesn't have a video. That's not going too well. So let's just find any home tour Century 21. I just need one video. Let's say that one. So let's say this was your video that you had on YouTube from your listing. You would copy it. Copy that URL on top. When you go back to here, you would paste that video URL on the far right and then hit submit. Boom. So basically what it's doing is dropping just a thumbnail image, because actually when they click on this image, when you send it to somebody in an email, it's going to open up the video on YouTube, but it still looks semi-professional. And then of course you would finish typing in whatever welcome message you want to do. You got your information down here. You can edit it how you want. Decide how you want it here. Get this the way you want it to go on your website. You're like, perfect, that's what I want to do. I want to save it. Of course, you're going to name it. And then you can add it. Oh, it already exists. I did one already. Okay, saved, exit, and then I can write an email. So that's another option that you have in Business Builder to be able to add contacts, name or email address. You finish up the subject line. Here's that little part of the email, and then basically you would just hit send. So that is that part of Business Builder. So remember, if you do work with other agents and help market their listing or do open houses for them, please reach out to me, especially if you're creating flyers that you need your information with the agent's listing information, so I can go back and explain to you how to go into your account, go into MLS ID, and pop in the IDs right here. 2 IDs, 2 offices, and make your life a lot easier. Okay? Now, the other thing that a lot of agents have been reaching out a lot is on the MyC21 site. Over the last week, I have had probably about another dozen agents say, I need a website. And I'm like, okay, we're going to play this game again. So I've scheduled time with all of them this week to sit down and set up the Century 21 site. Because what happens is most of the time they're not realizing how much data you can add. Because I had 5 agents ask me, I need to create a blog. I need a website. I said, you have a website. So what we're going to do is when you're in here, the same thing. When you're in 21online.com, you would type in MyC21, and it'll bring you MyC21site. Now, when you go here, you're going to scroll down and say start. You should only see 3 right here: English, Spanish, commercial. Ignore the rest below because I'm the admin for the company. But we're going to go into edit, and I'm also going to show you what I'm talking about on a MyC21 site, what you can actually do. Okay, so you have your main page, just like normal. You can add pages. So I added one earlier this morning called University and Podcast. So one of the options in the Century 21 site when you add is to add the ability to add additional content, so you can create your own pages. So this particular layout allows you to add videos and then content below. So this could be a video that you're doing of yourself, introducing yourself. Hey, my name is Bob. How you doing today? Doesn't matter. This was the podcast video, and this was Essential. Both of these videos are on YouTube. So if you are going to get into video marketing and you are going to do more virtual open houses, etc., I would definitely please reach out to me, because we need to start setting up your YouTube channel. Because you should definitely, any videos you do, every property that you have, etc., you should be putting them onto a YouTube channel or have a central location where the URL feeds back to your website. So this is a layout that you can add a video. Boom, boom, here you go. The layout where you would do a single image with verbiage would be right here. And then somebody says, hey, can I create a blog? Yes, you can. You write a blog post. And then you create another one. You add another blog post and another blog post. So the ability to create all of these additional pages is there. Sample landing page, same difference. This will take a little second. Boom. Now the reason this says Relentless Customized, because I'm still logged into the website that this particular website loads from. So it's recognizing me still being logged into my WordPress site. So I'm going to log out. And then if I went back right here, this is a sample landing page. So I can create this on a WordPress account, embed it on this website. If somebody fills out this information, I'm going to get an email to my email. And then I can add all of this additional content and customize it the way I want. It all depends on how intense you want to get in with a landing page. But let me go back. So like we said, in 21 Online, and of course, the banner on top, right here. So you can create this banner. I created this simple banner in Canva, right up on top, because maybe I want to, boom, headline. Maybe I'm working with a lender, like I mentioned before in the last training. I have a specific partnership with somebody. I want to promote them because I want them to promote, use me if they find out somebody's looking for a loan, doesn't have an agent. So this is where you take advantage of that banner section right up front. This is where you put all your social media accounts, right here on the right above the Facebook feed, because of course you want people to go into your Facebook and like it so you can do more advertising and targeted ads on Facebook you can do and reach more people. So this website will pretty much allow you to do everything that you want to do, add content. One of the cool things about this website is when you have your pages, like let's say C21 Relentless, this is where I put the videos, this is the layout. It allows you to do this, and this is the hardest part. So if you really want to be #1 on Google search locally, and have this website outrank the other agents in that company or other agents in TCMLS, as you create each one of these pages, it is key that you put a basic description of the page for Google and the specific keywords that you're targeting for this page. So really important. If you want to learn more, like I said, you need to reach out to me, but this is super, super important. And the advantage, like I told the other agents, is on this site is because every lead goes to you. So if you were going to create more content, new, this is the YouTube layout that I picked. It says, hey, add a video and text, simple, just video on top, text below. This is the one that says add a picture on top, add text below. It's all I want. Or I want to do a blank. These two on the top right are super hard to do because the images have to be in the exact specific size, and it drives me crazy trying to fill those. So I'm like, I would rather go blank, add one huge image on top with text, or add a video with text, and I'm good to go. So you could literally almost on here create a page that you want for your lender. See? Just like that. because on the menu bar, you can say, I want to add a finance tab, just like this. So this is a simple page. So in here, I can say lender, or I can change that to say finance. So somebody will go to your website because you're driving traffic. And of course, you want to show an amazing relationship with your lender that you partner up with. You can actually, when somebody goes, put their information here. So the lenders are like, hey, you know what? Thank you so much for putting them on my website. You're like, you know what? We have a great relationship. And I want to make sure it keeps going because I want to refer business to you. And I would love for you to refer business to me. So of course they're going to be happy. So the key of the, key to this game is networking. Can you create additional pages? I'm sorry, let me get back. Can you create additional pages for other categories that you have? Yes, you can. Maybe you create a section and you list all your vendors or your preferred vendors, and you can just make a list, add them in here. Say, hey, if you're looking for a painter, a gardener, a landscaper, man, go ahead and go to my website. It's bobpatel.c21. You know what? Let me give you my business card. I'll write it on there. There's a section called resources in the menu. Go there, and I have some of the best resources in Tulare County, and with their phone number, name, and a link to their website. Like, oh, thank you. And you hand them your business card. Simple as that. Okay, so MyC21site. Now, one of the other things I've had a lot of agents ask me, and especially really recently, because they all want to get into Google ads or they want to get into Facebook advertising, is they want a landing page. Aaron's asked, a couple other people have asked. So I'm not sure how many of you guys have ever heard of or use Mailchimp. So basically a Mailchimp was designed to create email campaigns. So on the free plan, it says you can add up to 2,000 contacts, 2,000 of them, and send an email to all 2,000 at once, like an email campaign, like a drip campaign, basically. But you can only send 10,000 emails per month on a free account. So you're like, okay, I have 2,000 contacts. That means I can send an email to all those contacts 5 times a month. It doesn't cost me a penny, which is really cool. The hard part is you got to grow the list. I've had a lot of people asking me on this also. I said, so if you're looking at a list for all the real estate agents in Tulare County, you need to find them. There's not a particular list out there. So what you have to do is do your homework. Every website, even the MLS, has every agent's email address. So even if you went every day and found and added real estate agents into this account, after a while, you'll have them in there, or your past clients. But the one thing that most people do not realize is inside Mailchimp, it allows you to say, hey, I need to create a landing page. Right here, somewhere where somebody can go. I can collect this information. It will gather inside Mailchimp, and then I can use Mailchimp to send them newsletters or whatever I want to do. But I would just want a free landing page to capture their first name, last name, and email address. So if you wanted to create a landing page, you basically just, because I've got multiple in here, so I'm going to just call test 21. I'm going to put it to a list. Ignore this as one of my test accounts. And I'm going to begin. So the system says, hey, what would you like to do? Capture a lead, accept payment, lead generation, accept payment again, grow your list, promote a product. So mostly you want lead generation. So it's going to be either this layout, white, simple with a picture on the left, but we're going to pick this lead generation on the far right. I like the cacti. So we're going to select this, and don't be afraid. It's really simple. So this lead generation, once you're done, will have a URL. So that URL is what you will put on to an ad that you're running. So they land right here, they fill out the information. So basically this landing page is created like this. So most people are like, I know you guys are like, hi, Bob, I'm not gonna fill out all this information. So I know you're not. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start going through here, and we're gonna start says, okay, we don't need this bottom section, definitely not. We don't need this section, definitely not. So what we start doing is we start removing sections bit by bit. We don't need this section, we're gonna remove it. And so on. You start going through the sections and removing whatever it is that you don't want to use. And we'll remove the footer in just a second. Body, 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 header, footer. And remove image, save. So all I want to do, everything else will shrink itself down, so don't worry. So we're going to remove that. Perfect. Okay, so in here, it says garden house. So basically I picked a simple layout and I said, hey, I need to change that. I need to change its verbiage. I need to add a first and last name, and I need to change the background, save it, and I'm going to use it as an ad. So if I go to garden house, because it could tell when I click on it, it says it's an image. I can go in here and say replace it and drag an image into here, upload it by hitting upload, or import it from a URL, but I already had one, which is this one. So I'm going to use this one for now, so bear with me. I'm going to put that one in there, and it says how big do you want it to be, so I can shrink it, because I know the picture in the background, I want a different one. So that logo is going to go there. So if I wanted to replace the background, I'm going to go to the page, header, which is this section, and I'm going to say replace that picture with this picture that I want. Perfect. Now we're working. Now we're smoking. I want to put this logo a little bit bigger. This is the title that it had, which was great deals, but it was put into white text. So I'm going to say go back to black. I'm not going to change this verbiage for now, so we're going to switch that verbiage back to black because it was white, and you can see it's right there. Can't see it barely because it's hiding right in this section. And then of course, most people will ask me, so what are you going to do with all this spacing? Well, this blank box is designed in here to say, hey, it's just a divider. So I can add spacing, but I want to eliminate this divider and shorten it up a little. So we're going to shorten it like that. And you're like, that's even better. I like that spacing. That's how it's going to look. Okay, then this little box right here, it says subscribe. That is your box where people would fill out the contact information. If I clicked in that box, it opens up the form on the right for sign in. So since it only said email, because most subscription lists are just email, I'm going to change it and says I also want them to put their first name and last name, and both of these are required. And I want their first, wait, oh, it won't let me rearrange for some reason. Yeah, never mind, doesn't matter. They can put in an email, first name, last name, and this button that says subscribe, I can change it to say whatever I want. There you go. Just a simple form, just like that, because maybe this one will say, hey, are you looking to buy or sell a house? Once you get done and you filled out the form, you would just hit save. Preview the form. There it is. And a mobile phone, it'll look like that. And of course, see this text is white under the name. That is really simple to fix if you wanted to fix it. Your form back in here says, hey, these were the buttons. This is the style. So this is the content that you added. This is the style. And you would go down and says, right here, 16 font. This is the font style. I can change it. And it's white. So you're like, I want to change that to black. Perfect. Now my clients can see that. I'm going to save it. I'm going to preview. And there it is right now. They can't see it 100%. So the other option is this form. You can allow it to decide that you want to fill the background. just depending on whatever you're working on or whatever design you want to do, you can fill in the background. And now you have a lead capture form that you can promote. It'll give you its own specific URL. Once you save and continue, right here. That URL, right here. That's not the one? Shame on you. Oh, I didn't publish. Oh, that would really help. Boom. So now that is the link that I'm going to use for any marketing and advertising. Hey, for more information, if you would like to know what your house is worth, values, etc., you can send them to this link, do all the titling, they can fill out all the information, and it would go into your Mailchimp account, capture that data, and then from there, at least you can use it to wherever you want to use it. So right now, I'm going to stop sharing because I haven't been paying attention to any questions. And who has any questions? Bridget, yes, you have to go into MyC21 website. So basically, to edit that, you have to go into 21online.com. Sign in. And then from there, you can put in the search bar MyC21 if you wanted to. Site, or in the menu, promote yourself and go to MyC21site. Right here. We got Araceli says, can you please schedule me at 11:30 a.m. tomorrow for all of this one-on-one? I will let you know as soon as I check my schedule. If you were asking me today, it probably would not work. But tomorrow we will see. I will email you back or text you as soon as we get off the call and I check my schedule. Any questions in general so far? I did have a conversation with Bill earlier. I did tell Bill that what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and probably I'm going to go find a agent site that we need to set up, and I'm going to record that video of me setting up that website from beginning to end, and record it. So we'll have it. I'll upload it into Workplace. And I'm going to do the same thing on setting up a Google My Business account, one by one, through what every field means, what you need to do, and how to set up your account. And I'm going to set that up, record it, and also put it into Workplace, and then put it up into a YouTube channel so it's available. So if any of you guys would like to go back and set up your sites down the line, you're just going to follow that video step by step. Do we have any other questions? Larry, Mike, Bill, Kevin? Can't
No
hear
question
you.
from me. I thought you did.
Speakers are off. I'm sorry?
I thought you did a good job. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's the things that the agents need to do. Then they need to understand on, like we said, marketing. You got to market yourself, but then if you're going to want to drive traffic to a particular site, right now the MyC21 site is probably the best one you can do because you can, there's a lot of things you can do it. You can customize it, but the idea is just getting the thing set up. And it's the time setting up. Right now, most of us have a little extra time. I would take that time, get these sites set up if you're going to use them. If you're not going to use them, then we just let them just sit. But we want to make sure that if you're going to use them and you're going to set them up, we want to start promoting them and sharing them on social media. Because it's the only way it's going to eventually drive traffic. Because one thing you guys have to realize, you can't set up a website and just let it sit there. Google is not going to know and come back and keep checking to see if you've made changes and updates. Social signals are key. Facebook, so share a listing, boom. Share a search criteria or share something, particular properties every once in a while. Or if you put a new article, hey, check out these local buying tips. I just put them on my website. Put that up there and send a link and let people go look. That'll get a backlink. Do the same thing for Twitter. Do the same thing for LinkedIn. And eventually you're going to start little by little, you're going to start getting Google to start searching your website more because you got more traffic and social signals coming in. Until then, you can have a website, but you're not going to get no traffic. And the number one thing that you guys have to, or you really need to, is setting up your Google My Business account.
If you're contacted by media and you're caught off
Yeah,
guard,
one of the questions that we have on there, Bob, is did you record it and will you email it out?
this is my attention. Let me look into it and get
This
back to you.
particular recording?
Yes.
Yourself that
Well,
moment.
this one, yeah, it is recorded, but I'm going to go through and actually do another one when I know that I have an hour, hour and a half free, and record
Try to do that within the next
a
24
Zoom
hours.
session, record it from me setting up somebody's account from scratch. But just me doing it, so there's no interaction. But I can explain every step on Business Builder. I'm sorry, on MyC21site, what each field means. If somebody wants to create a banner, this is where you're going to create your headline banner. And if you have more questions, call me so I can help them learn how to use Canva, because Canva is great for creating your marketing material. And then go through every single field and how to set it up and what to put in there to get their website complete.
If it's a racist comment,
And then that'll be great. Now, I do have a piece of advice for anybody, particularly the agents. If you guys are on social media already, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you guys are using, be careful what you post down there. When it comes to the political climate and everything that's going on right now, it is, you guys are in a public job. People will see your social media and your websites, and you want to stay as neutral as possible. But the more controversial you become, yeah, you can get some clients that feel the same way that you do, but you can turn off a lot of other clients. And so by staying as neutral as possible with your postings, it'll be better for your career. So just be very careful what you're posting right now.
Yeah, try to be more motivational.
Yes. Be more inspiring and motivation and sales than political on your post.
So there is one thing I would like to see if I can get pulled up. Let me see, where is it? Give me 1 second here. Audience. Okay. So how many of you guys are familiar with Google My Business? Google Analytics. Probably going to go over most of your head, but it's okay. Once you understand the basics, especially if you're going to do a lot of advertising, you need to understand what that does. So I am going to show you. So we have our company page. I put it in Google Analytics. It's a free service with your Gmail account. Basically, you tell it, hey, I have a website. I want to put a tracking code on it, and I want to be able to go to it daily or every other day and find out how many people are visiting my website. So I put a link on the Facebook company Facebook page yesterday about, hey, check out these listings between 125 and 175 in Tulare County if you're looking to invest. So we ended up having about 15 people show up yesterday, which is not bad. But this is the areas where they showed up from. One from Lindsay, Kingsburg, Hanford, and 4 people from Visalia actually went to that link to look at, hey, Bob posted this. And the reason why this is important, because a lot of you guys are running ads and you have no clue who's watching, how many people, or was it even effective? Because sometimes you got a third party doing the work for you because you wanted to do that, which is great. If they are doing that for you, please ask them, says, hey, whatever you're doing, I need it tied to a Google Analytics account, please, because then I can go in and see, is it effective? Am I getting the leads, and are they coming from an area that I targeted? And especially if you go to interest, I believe it's interest. Oh my God, I even forgot what I'm doing here. Active users, audiences. So it'll tell you on the audience, what kind of audience did you have? Nothing there yet. brand new. I just set it up, but it will tell you based on most of the users, because of course they're all tied in everywhere. Google knows everything about you. It'll tell you this is a brand new thing I set up, so it doesn't have all the data, but typically it will tell you how many male, female, and roughly age groups they came through. And the user flow is one of the cool things. I'm not going to show. Yep, there it is. So 17 people came from the United States, one from China. Holy Moses. They went to this particular page right here. So I can tell it. They went to Real Estate California. It's the one that I picked. And then they worked their way this way, which doesn't make a lot of sense currently. But if this site was anything like jordanlink.com, because that website's been around forever, total different ballgame. It'll let me know if somebody right now is on the website. So if somebody went on the website like me, hey, Mike G, can you go on jordanlink.com and just go to any page? Are you there?
Say that again.
Go to jordanlink.com for me.
I'm on my phone.
Oh, never mind. I'll go. I'm going.
Yes, fine.
I'm going to go check out Visalia agents.
Okay.
I'm right there, Bob.
On jordanlink.com? Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the agents page, Visalia agents.
Okay. Let me get this to load. Thanks, Kevin. Come on. Gotta close these out. Oh, it didn't switch out. We're still on the old site. No, that's not the one I want. I got too many accounts. Come on. Oh, you are not gonna do this to me today. Not this one. Where the heck did I put you? Jordan Link. Well, that's not helping me at all. Sorry.
I think it just showed up on the graph.
No, it's
In the background.
not that one, because I need the main company page, and that's the problem. It keeps pulling up some of the other accounts that we have. This one. There you go. Right now, there's 6 people on this website. Kevin's on Visalia agents. Korean real estate. Somebody's looking at a property for sale in Fresno, California, between $200,000 and $300,000. And somebody's looking at listings in Kbor. Hey, that's pretty cool. So I can at the same time look, especially if I'm doing an advertising campaign somewhere, I can say, you know what? This is a free account. I can just randomly learn. This is where they're coming from. 4 people from Visalia, 1 from Arden Arcade, 1 from Woodland. And of course, there's a map somewhere right here where they're coming from. It'll also tell me the traffic sources that they're coming from, which is organic. That means they just found it. This one person just found it. Somebody went directly, that means they punched in jordanlink.com. And then the organic search is because they searched somewhere through an ad or something. So that's where you would look to see, hey, I ran this ad, is it effective on Google? And I can see how many visitors I was getting. If I look at the home page, just so you guys know, it'll give you an insight on what is happening. 5 active users currently. It says right here in the last 7 days that default says there was 982 users that went through 1.2 thousand sessions on the website. So if I decided, and this is what I look at most of the time for the company, in the last 28 days, we have had 4,000 people go to this website. I can look at and see when they're coming through, what is the best time of the day they're going through, where are all of these users coming from, United States, El Salvador, United Kingdom, Germany, and what is the #1 pages that they're landing on. Can you believe that somebody searched for 1-acre homes for sale in Visalia, California? 82 people in the last month searched looking for a 1-acre lot. So if I had this data, I would be probably putting on Facebook, say, hey, how many people out there looking for homes in Visalia with an acre? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. And so this is all the information. So when I look at the audience, this audience section tells me that I want to see history. So over the last month, from the 3rd to the 3rd, we're just going to play it by ear, it's telling me there's 5,300 people that went to the site. English was 67%, perfect. I can look at countries and says, where are my visitors? Hey, I had 8 people from the Philippines, holy Moses. Hey, Mike G, we're international, dude. United Kingdom, Mexico, Germany, France, Malaysia, El Salvador. If I break down cities, tells me what the primary cities. We've had more people from Fresno looking jordanlock.com and Bakersfield than we have Visalia residents, which is not bad. And look at this one, Los Angeles. So there are people in LA that are looking to probably move out of Los Angeles with everything going on and go to a small town. So imagine 400 people are potentially looking on our website to move into the valley. That is pretty cool. So I just wanted to share that. It's called Google Analytics. So I probably blew all your brains out and probably confused half of you, but just wanted you to understand that there are all of these tools out there that you can utilize, and they're all free. 100% free. It's just you take them one step at a time. But Google Analytics is super key if you are paying for advertising. Cannot stress it enough, because it will let you know if you've hired somebody and they're doing ads for you, is it working? Are they going to that website? And am I getting the traffic I'm supposed to, or am I just believing what they tell me is happening? So, questions, very interesting info. You're welcome, Bridget, thank you. Yes, this is being recorded, Art. I'll upload it into Workplace as soon as we get done. And any other questions?
Can you also show how to put in the properties that we have viewed through Zap when we're out there in touring properties, to put it in through our cell phone?
Say that one more time.
Can you also show how to put in properties through our cell phone to input properties we've toured on Zap?
Off your cell phone?
Yes.
Well, that's a little hard to do for me because I'm on a PC on Zoom. I can reach out to you and do that. This way I can be on the phone. Okay. Because it's hard to show it, but basically you would go new, add the plus sign, it says new property insight. So the same thing like, where am I? Share this screen. If you go into your Zap account, on your iPhone, there's a plus sign on the top left-hand corner, or on the Android, I'm not sure where it is, and one of these is a quick add option. One of them says new property insight.
Okay.
So you basically pick the property, just like in here, you go new property insight. You find the property that you're doing, and right now I don't know if it's gonna find anything in the MLS because I'm just randomly trying to find one. Oh, let's say that one. I picked the property that I did a property I toured. I put in the information on that property that I toured. Hey, this is an amazing home. Based on your own words, pick 3 highlights of that property and hit publish. Simple as that. And on the phone, it's basically the same. You find the property, you type in what your description is because you toured the house in your own words. You pick 3 of the tags, and then you hit publish. Does that help?
Okay, so, well, because I'm looking at my phone and it said just go straight to dashboard and it doesn't have it there. So there's a bottom envelope apparently. I just tapped at it right now and this is business and the plus sign comes up and that's where I guess I put that in.
Yeah, so does it say the same thing? You find the property, you put it in the description, pick 3 highlights
Okay. Thank
or
you.
tags. We can talk about it offline
All right,
when we
thanks.
do training tomorrow.
And that's for 10:30, not 11:30.
Oh, I know, I haven't checked my schedule yet, so hang tight.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay, anything else from anybody in general?
Good stuff, Bob. Thank you.
So if anybody needs help, please, I cannot stress you guys enough. If you really want to take advantage of some of this stuff, please reach out to me and schedule the time. And I can't stress that part enough. You need to schedule the time because I cannot just set this up and go real quick and just do it. It's something that we have to set up. You need to learn how to go in and edit it and manage it. So please remember that when you set up these accounts, that we need to get them set up, but we need to be able to learn how to manage them, share the information. Because if you're looking for one website to share with everybody anywhere in the country, that would be the MyC21 website, hands down.
Yeah, when you guys are setting the appointment with Bob, you know, try to explain to him specifically what you're looking for so that he's prepared for it when he does start working with you. There's a lot of bells and whistles in these programs, and you know, if you can get it narrowed down for him, it'd be much better.
Yep. Okay, any other questions? Nope.
All right, great job. Thanks
Thank you,
everybody
guys.
for coming.
You guys have a great day, and I will
Thank
get
you,
the
Bob.
video uploaded into Workplace in the next 30 minutes.
Businesses in the local marketplace, but also